liquor drown my days. Now I'm taking my last ride. I paid the highest price you can pay. I'm on my way to Potter's Field. A pauper's grave is where I'll be, to rest until the end of time, for all eternity.
To Lady Babylon, Satanic Initiation. This is going to be a great time, because today I can promise you one thing. Today I can promise you we're kicking down that door. We're going to take that guard down, and then we're going to castrate Jehovah. That's what we're going to do. We're going for the big guy tonight on Satanic Initiation. Hail Satan, good to see everyone. Tonight we're going in and we're reclaiming, according to our mandate for the 5th season, we are to take back these blessed books that have been maligned for so long through time by mortals. Yeah. Tonight we're taking it back, and I'm going to take you to the giants. Now, this is going to be special because I'm not taking you to any fairy book giants. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking you in to see some kind of Grimm Brothers awful transmogrification of the real pre-Socratic wisdom. I'm not doing that. I'm taking you back. We're getting in that ship and we're going back, and we're going to shake the hands of a couple of giants. I got 2 giants for you tonight. I got 2 giants. We're going to shake their hands, find out who they are. We will start out with a little bit of propaganda. I want you to watch 2. I want you to watch 2 Orphic hymns. Orphic hymns, remember the images. These things should have a warning with them, because the images are those which are putting you into the state of initiation. Remember that. The song is everything. Chewy, take us to... It was a golden age. But we're here for the testicles of God himself. What we need to do is we need to get by Michael at the door. We need to approach the throne. We need to take it out. We need to cut off those testicles. Who is in it with me tonight to take the testicles right off? We're going to establish a new reign, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it through this power of Ion. Love it. Now, what do we need, though? We need one more thing. before we go. The ship's still running, right? We're not there yet. We need one more thing before we go. We need her. Now, everybody knows we need her. Who? You say who? We need her. We need her to chart the course. We need her to guide the way. We need her. Chewy, hit the hyperdrive. Let's go right to Raya. Look at that, Chewy. Nice work. Nice work. There's no Nazi on the planet that could stand up against that. You know what I mean? That is lovely. Lovely stuff. Okay, tonight, where are we going to start? We just landed. Everybody, get off the ship. I want to introduce to you the giants. Who are these people? There were giants on the earth in those days. And after that, as the sons of God went into the daughters of men, they produced children. And these children were giants from Ion, men who were famous, illustrious, renowned. Go ahead and take it down. That expression there, op ion, is strange. And right away, I just want you to keep it in the back of your head. Op ion. What is ion? Not a what, but a who. Ion is a who. Yeah. Yeah. Who are these giants? Who are these giants? Now, get ready. Here's the interference. Can you feel it in the atmosphere? Here comes a little bit of electricity. It's the Nephilim. No, this is a Greek text we're reading. Throw us up to what are these so-called scholars done to us? The Nephilim, giants. Look at the definition. Giants. Let me remind the audience. Take it down. Let me remind the audience. We are reading the Greek text of the Septuagint. You have been told that it's a translation of a Hebrew text from earlier, but that Hebrew text doesn't exist. It is not from Hebrew, and I am not the first to come up with this. They did so in antiquity. The grammarians that studied it said this thing is not a translation, bro. Wow. So what we're looking at is a Greek. I'm showing you the giants like nobody else can. I'm showing you the giants. So I'm so excited for you to meet these giants. Oh my goodness. The sons of God. The sons of God. Who are these sons of God? And where can I sign up? Where can I sign up? This is fantastic. Who are these people? You will watch on the on YouTube or any other place that you can go and you can pay for this and that. And by the way, some people are raising the issue. We are not monetized. I cannot make money off of this. It's a deal that I made with the devil. Fantastic. Let's go back to the sources. This is great. This is so amazing. So here we are with the giants, and the sons of God are walking around doing some strange things. We're all afraid of them. What do we call them? We call them giants. Gigas. It's a Greek word. as old as the hills. What is a giant? A giant is the offspring of a titan. Oh my God. Oh my God, they come from Titan blood. These earthborn monsters come from Titan blood. Well, I'm getting closer. I want to date one. Can I go out with with one of these giants? Can we just go pull us the next text coming up here? Yeah, look at this. This is an Ezekiel. I pulled this one from Ezekiel because it mentions the giants again. Here they are. Metaton giganton. See that? He laid down with the giants in that sleep of death. Peptokoton ap ionos. Wait a minute. Here's Ion again. What's the relation with Ion? What's the relation? He's that one who is from. Yeah, from Ion. From Ion. Okay, who's this Ion character? I'm beginning to like this. If you walk into Israel, I'm going to confuse you now. I'm going to confuse you. Are you ready? Hold on. If you walk into a synagogue in Israel, just a little bit north of Jezreel, the valley, you'll find a synagogue. And in that synagogue, what is there? Ion is there. Right? Start looking for it. Right? Fantastic. Why is Ion in the middle of our deal here? What is this Ion? Ooh, wait, I hear her coming. Come on, come in, Nellie. Ooh, I believe the Ion is the eternal. Okay, shut up, Nellie. You have no idea what you're talking about. But I have had some New Testament Greek. You don't know what you're talking about, Nellie? Yeah. Aidios is eternal. That's the words you want. Aidios. It's got I on it on the front of that for my Greek students. Always. Yes, that's not Ion. They are not coming from the Ion. Yes. Who are these giants? Let's see them. I can start to smell them. There's a reason that people were afraid. Next one, please, Chewy. There's a reason, good, that people were afraid. Look what happened. What do we know about these giants? These are the people I'm describing to you now. Are you ready? They were all afraid. They all feared the gigantas. The people around are afraid of them. All the tribes and the territory around these dudes, they're afraid. For how long? Look, Greek guys, it's a genitive of duration of time. Yeah. Time within which. What is that? It's the whole life. Zoes. It's that whole life. They're always afraid. These guys have a reputation, these giants. Okay, I still want to date one. Let's see what, come on, come over. Giants, have a seat. Next slide for us, please. Yes, I call them slides annoyingly because they're not. Yeah, these giants are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? They are the offspring of Gaia and Uranos through the Titans. Are we all children of earth and sky? That's the question. Children of earth and sky. In the beginning, Hotheos, God created that earth and sky. He was the protagonist. Oh my goodness. Do you hear the strains of Old Testament just coming apart? We're taking these back, man. These texts are good pagan texts, man. Moses is waving around a snake for a good reason. And for those of you who can't embrace the richness of your own heritage, I don't care. I can embrace it all. Moses was a drug-using magus. Drug-using magus. Just wait until we profile Moses, because he's on the witness list for the trial of Jesus on charges of transdimensional child trafficking when he was arrested in a public park with a naked boy at 4 a.m. and that was 15 minutes. Fantastic. Let's keep going with keep going. You can't get this stuff anywhere else, people. You can't get this stuff anywhere else. It's not going to come, right? I'm going to pull up because people talk. I was going to rant there for a minute, and I really need to for just a second, because you're going to be watching. Oh, God. You're going to be watching on YouTube, and you're going to be watching shows on the Nephilim, and you're going to see dudes with this. Blah, whoa, yeah. Blah. Don't think about it, right? We're going on a date. I've invited them to come on. Let's see who they are. Everybody's scared of them. Everybody's scared. Don't be a human, right? Come on. They're going to teach us some good stuff. We'll know them by what they exude, what they give us. That's how we'll know them. Oh, take me to it. Take me to that next source, please. Loved it. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to take my copy here, which is, for some reason, on the page previous. Give me just a second. Sorry, that's poor preparation. My book fell apart, though, so I have the page. I'll just look at it here. Yeah, Cronus. I just want to read you some about Cronus. What is these? Aithales. Remember, these are hymns. And the reason it's so important for you to watch that video is the same reason when you walk into your church and you stand there and it says, before I have my long, boring speech, you guys go ahead and listen to some music and get energized, right? It's those images in the hymn that we're transferring. Now, those people are not under the influence of strong drugs, and they're not in a sex orgy. So the experience is going to be a little bit muted. But let's read the hymn so you can see it. Cronus, what is he? He's that always fresh, vigorous shoot. He's that father of the great gods and men. He's that one who has such crafty advice, so intelligent. He's that strong one. He's that great Titan. Ooh, what are the Titans? The Titans are what was before took over. The Titans are what was before everything that's ruling now is. Yes, very confusing. It's the older generation. And I'm trying to be extremely specific with Titans, because you'll have people BS you talking about Nephilim and BS you about what these things are. Well, these are Titans, produce these giants. And what are Titans? Raya and Cronus are Titans. Raya and Cronus are Titans. This is the last one, Chew. I put this up on my very last entry today. Yep, go ahead. Here is your verb, right? I told my Greek students, everybody, don't forget, all of Greek turns around, it's verb. The verbs are the engines that drive the language. Excellent. So what I want you to do is, what is the Titan verb? It's titaino, which you can see is epic, reduplicated for taino, and adiktano will do, right? But look what this means, to stretch. Wait a minute. Read that Greek following stretch. Toxa, titaino, stretching that toxa. Wait a minute. Do I have a bow? I do have a bow. This word's associated with bowing. Yes, it is. Look at the next line. There's another bow reference. And the line after that, another bow reference. My goodness, what other kind of references do we get? We get the harp. Okay, stop. Pull it down, Chewy, because you got to see the reality here. It's that stretching action. It's that thing that brings that bowman and that musician into the same realm. It's the tension. It's the tension of the cosmos. Those pre-Socratics are sitting around talking about tension. Nobody understands what that means, right? It's the attunement. Do you hear the attunement? Those of you who fancy the magic arts, particularly classical, the real stuff. Yeah. You guys know what that means, what that tension is. It's the power that drives everything. And why are we talking like this, Mr. Guy, Mr. Titan giant guy sitting next to me, talking to me? Tell me, Mr. Titan, your children that are giants, what do? They make lightning. They make light. They make what? They make lightning. Okay, now I'm in. Okay, these people are cool. No wonder people are afraid. Could you tell me a little bit more about the lightning here? Give me the next. Boom. Let's just take the root. Let's just take the root of the oestrus. What is the oestrus? That is that sting. That is that sting. It's also poison. It's also the power to put you into an oracular place. And if you know Moses, he likes his oracles, right? He's out in the desert making tents. Yeah, hearing the voice of God, bringing the voice of God, right? Bring that voice of God. And here we are to clip him. Are you ready? Here we're gonna get our chance to clip him. Look at these. Oistre to ekmine. This is Hesychius, people. He's a Greek who's writing about the Greek language. Forget about modern scholars. All you idiots at Harvard, Yale, Stanford, all of the schools everywhere. Guess what? It turns out the best definitions are from the Greeks themselves. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Any good classist knows that, right? It's too bad the generation following mine, I don't know what happened to it. Broke down, got soft, weak, not enough drilling. Need more drilling. People like to be drilled. Drilling's good for you. It's good for the driller. It's good for the drillee. What is the next one? Oistre latetai, excuse me, latetai. Yeah, to enter into that, you've heard the word idolatry, the performance of those rites. That lat root is that. So it's the oestrus with that regulating lat root. And how does he define it here? I need to bring that up again, Shui, sorry. Minatai, to be maniac, to be crazy, to be running around pointing at ghosts that nobody else sees. Yeah, we're talking about the Mantic Rights. You know what Heracles was? He was a mantic. He was a mantic. Love it. Let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, there he is. That's nice. Who's that? I don't know. He's got a nice hat. Go to the next. We got to get these quick or else we're going to lose them. Are you ready? Oistroplagos. That just means to be struck by the oestrus, right? To be in mania. It says in mania. Go up one. And I just want to grab those two bottom ones. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. Purumenoi. Oh, wait a minute. We've got people who are doing the oestromania, who are entering into that state. And if you weren't invited to the right party, you're not going to get there. This is a chemical process. The oestrus is that madness that is induced by the poison. Fantastic. They've got too much scopolamine and atropine and hyoscyamine going on. These people are flooding themselves, right? They're intentionally inducing mania. Now you understand why everybody's so afraid of them. Yeah, they can hit you with an arrow. Next thing you know, you do a Mitch McConnell. Is it too early? It's too early. It's too early. I listened to that man lie out of his lying tongue for so many years. It felt good to see the fury stop him, cut him short. It felt good. And I'm not afraid to say that. Everybody faces Moira. Everybody faces your equalizing destiny. Yeah. We all think we're getting away, but we aren't. Fantastic. Welcome to prison. That's the Chaldean thing, right? It's punishment for all of us. Fantastic. Unless you work for the place, in which case it's fun. Fantastic. Let's go back that. Yeah, go ahead and go down one. Yeah, let's just see that oestrus. Let's get Hesychius to tell us what oestrus is, shall we? Okay, are you ready? I know some of you have seen the oestrus before, but look, here's a Greek defining it. This is not me. This is a Greek. And just like yesterday, we're not going to insert words into our Greek text that aren't there, like cannabis. We are also not going to provide our own definition of things. We're going to use him. We're going to use him. Look at this. Look at this. Erethismos. What is erethismos? Oh, this word makes me so excited. This is the dirty part. For those of you who whatever, everybody should see this. Go, bring it down to the next one. What is that erethismos? That's an irritation. Have you ever had that irritation? I've got that irritation, that itch. I've got the itch running me. And sometimes I've got to have this erethismoi pros Aphrodisia. I've got to have this itch, this irritation that leads me to Aphrodisia. Woo! I want to go to Aphrodisia. I want some provocation and some rebelliousness. Oh, don't you love that in the Septuagint? Woo! It's perverse rebelliousness. Don't you love that? You may be able to bring more medicine to more people through the temples of Aphrodite. Bacchus, the cult, always leads to Aphrodite for a healing reason. The oracle is a healing oracle. You need that. You might not go in, as one of the watchers was telling me the other day, you might not go into your school or your workplace and shoot up people and then write manifestos about how you hate women because they all rejected you. You might, if you had been put through a society that recognized the value of sexual initiation, you wouldn't have never have gotten to that place because you would be mentally healthy. The priestesses in the temple, they'll help you. They will help you. Are you depressed? Are you depressed? Do you not feel well? Is your body out in an imbalance? Come. We will help. We will help. Yes, this is mental health, people. Straight up mental health. Yes, designed by women. It's gorgeous. The history here is fantastic. Let's go to the next. Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, and what is that Aphrodisias, right? This is what the oestrus does for us. Are you ready? Takes us to Aphrodisias or Aphrodisia in the plural, right? And what are those things? They're the things that belong to the goddess, the things that belong to Aphrodite. And pray tell, Mr. Titan, who's going to introduce your giant children to me, pray tell, what do these aphrodisiacs do? What are these things that belong to Aphrodite? Back to the definition, please. Yep. What are they? Sexual pleasures. Oh, sexual pleasures. I see. Does everybody see that? Look at number 3. Pudenda. Pudenda. Can somebody look that up? I don't know what that is. I know there's a Latin word, pudor, that means shame. Shame. These are your shamed bits. Yes, they are. That's what the oestromania leads me to. When I'm taking the oestrus, when I'm getting that sting, boom. Yes, it leads me to Aphrodite. Look at number 3, Temple of Aphrodite, right? They got places for this. I need to go. That's where you're going to find the drugs. That's where you're going to be healed. You get up off your backside and go down to the temple and spend the weekend there and come back, and you're going to be refreshed. You're going to be refreshed. You might learn something. You might walk away with a little more respect. A little more respect for those priestesses. You may. What a perfect solution to your problem. Gorgeous. I love it. It's brilliant. No, I need that one more. There was one more thing on the Aphrodisias. Yeah, I just want you to take that down. Just want you to look at the bottom. Yeah, we're in Cyprus. It's the name of a month. January, February, March, sex. May, June, did you hear me? January, February, March, sex. May, June, July. Do you like that? January, February, March, pudenda. It's pudendal season. Let's celebrate. We're celebrating the female genitalia. If you're celebrating the female genitalia because it's female genitalia month, your society might be a little bit less misogynistic, you think? Maybe a little bit less. if you can get to that level of understanding and comfort that you have a National Vagina Month. This is National Sex and Vagina Month. Women's Health 101. Think of that. How wonderful that is. You don't get there. And I can hear you evangelicals. Oh, I heard you through the screen. I heard one of you say something about demons and drugs. Yes, that's where we're going. We're going to drink and abortifacients out of aborted fetus drizzling out of the priestess. Yeah, sometimes it's just a few cell stage, right? So it's just like punch. Do you see? Why are they fearing these titans? They are bringing this technology. They're bringing it to the people. They are bringing it specifically to the women, and the women are taking it over. Who are these Nephilim? You thought they were, oh, I'm a big giant angel dude. I'm going to go have sex with some women. That's what you thought it was. And Jehovah steps up. That's right, Jehovah. That's one for you. One big one right on the place that it's going to hurt most. What does Cronus do, the Titan? Cuts off those testicles. Cuts off those testicles. Fantastic. Love it. Let's keep going. More text, right? People say, you need the text. You need the proof. This is all this is. It's text. We're drowning in the text. I want to take you to Enoch. I want to take you to Enoch. And by the way, I've got a show coming up where I'm going to look at one History Channel documentary. Having said, before I say this, let me tell you, History Channel approached me and through a production team and said, we want to do a documentary based on your book, Chemical Muse. Fantastic job was done because I advised them to get profs who had access to these texts, particularly the medical stuff, who know the drug texts. I told them, you've got to get this hardcore stuff. You've got to get, and so it was a great documentary. Yeah, History Channel, wonderful. But this video, this recent documentary, came out a couple of months ago, has every player lined up, giving you the line of squat that's going to stain your lips with the poop that comes out of Michael's rear. That's what it's going to do. You say Michael doesn't have a rear. He's an angel. He doesn't have any parts either. He doesn't have any parts. Yeah, well, you don't know about what it smells like to be around the devil. Yeah, and it smells like that, right? This is cult we're talking about, people. This is real stuff. This is not a joke. This is not a prank. This is real textual work. We've got to see what's going on. These are sexual cults. And I'm going to bring you now through Enoch. I just want to read you a little bit. I know I've mentioned Enoch before. And all I'm going to do is, translate here. I've got, these are from the Giza. This is from the Giza fragments, right? And so this is a copy of the text. And what I'm going to do is there are two registers. I'm going to use them both because I'm going to go from both translations just to get as well-rounded a hit on it as I can. But our first comes, I'm just going to read it to you. And yeah, they took to themselves women. Each man, right, got his own female and entered into this way of living, and that included staining himself. Huh, that's kind of odd. Well, let's Okay, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. How else are we going to defile ourselves? Yeah. And they taught each other the use of drugs. That's what it says. They taught each other epodes. You remember that sexual singing meant to excite that I told you about? Guess what's there? They're teaching this with the drugs. With the drugs. These are the giants that are produced from this generation. These are the giants. Fantastic. You mean they're not onguloi? Actually, they are onguloi, but they're human onguloi, human messengers. Yes, human messengers. That word onguloi, the dude with the wings and the flappy flap, okay, within the symbols, that is only there to convey the progression of the language. They're always about the language. Remember Hermes? He's the chief. Your messenger has to be the one who can do the hermeneutics. The hermeneutics, you hear Hermes in it? The translation. Isn't that nice? The meth hermeneutics, the translation. That's incredible. I love this stuff. Okay, one more text from Enoch, and I want to tell you what else are they teaching them. He says they're teaching them about the plants. They're teaching them about the plants, and they're teaching them about the drugs, and he says here that look, one of them, one of these guys teaches the other ones about the craft. And what does he teach them? Please, I'm just going to run through the list. They teach them how to make weapons and shields, and how to make war, how to press on a war. They teach them how to mine and how to work metal. Oh, okay. So these guys are at a time when they're working that bronze. Those bronze were okay, cool. I got it. I can see how that'd be intimidating if your neighbor can show up in bronze armor and you're like, what? That could be scary, I suppose. You know what I mean? They show them how to work that metal, and they show them how to make those drugs that are used in things like the cosmetics. Yeah. And wait, what else do? They teach them Bafika. I've got this one. What is Bafika? I think that one's up there, isn't it? Yeah, Bafikos. Look, this is dying. People, we have walked in to those dyes yet again. Okay. Fantastic. We've walked right into the dyers. That, of course, that art is, of course, associated in antiquity with a technology that was allied with drugs, right? That oestrus. The eos is called the violet or the purple. Why is it called the violet or the purple? Because when Io, right? What started the war between the Titans and the Olympians anyway? What started all of this? The Io started all of this. That was the one issue, was the Io. Oh my God. You mean it's all about this oestrus? It's all about that draw, that itch, that drive. Yeah, it is. Look at what they're doing. And Paul the Apostle, spank his holy bottom. Paul the Apostle would tell you, look what they've done. They put the nature into the divinity. They worship the nature. And the Greeks and Romans would say, yeah, of course. Well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Yes. Well, right. Do you see what happens when you worship the nature? You castrate Jehovah. You castrate Jehovah. If you want to have young girls who cannot be educated, you have to have Jehovah intact. If you want to follow that mother, that great mother, you have to castrate Jehovah. It's why she came to Cronus. She was like, look, Cronus, nobody else. Castrate him. And he was like, yeah, way, man. Yeah, way, man, I'm there. And what happened when Cronus castrated him? Boom! The foam born came through. Aphrodite. You see how she is that perfect Aphrodite is in their mind that perfect manifestation of nature. Urania, they called her, the Uranian one. She comes from Uranos, that foam from the water. Yes, gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. I just want to play the Raya for you. I seem to have dropped my text. There it is. Let me just read you a couple of things about Raya. And while Chewy regaled them a little bit with Raya, they don't need to watch the Greek the whole time. Yes. I'm going to read the second half because it's in Greek. Yes. So, yeah, she's that beautiful form, right? She is that incredible mate of Cronus, who rejoices in what? She rejoices in the screams, the hallelujahs of mortals in the mountains. She rejoices in that. And there is both dark and light in that, because that Ololudzo can be a shout of war. And we know that Raya is full of this war, that flow. Raya is a flow. That flow is full of this war, full of it. Fantastic. What else is she called? Sotera. I don't know if you noticed in the clip. I'm going to play it again because I want you to see the titans and the giants. But that flow that is Raya is called the Savior. She is the Savior. Why is Kronos important? Why is Saturn important? Because he responds to Raya and does what she says. She is the one who has the power. And what do they call her? The Pambasilea. She who is the all queen. He's only a Wanox. Cronus is only a Wanox. That's that Mycenaean king. This is before anything, Moses, anything that you can possibly think from what you and I call the Bible, right? This is before. These are the Mycenaeans doing this. And there she is. What a beautiful, beautiful goddess image, right? That hits you right here. Like I said, the Nazis are no match. This tears through them all to the core. Love this. And she is what? That one who loves war. And she is what? The Savior. And she is what? The one who brings that cleansing of demons. Do you have demons today? Do you have a little demon that needs to be cleansed? I can cleanse your demon. I can cast out that demon. I've got a place for you to go to Cyprus several thousand years ago. And once you're there, those demons can be drawn. They can be drawn from you. Yeah. It's a place of healing. It's a hospital. Those clever Greeks were building communal hospitals, places where they could purify their citizens. Isn't that nice? If you had a place like that, we might have a little bit more calm. There may not be this electricity in the air. Yes, yes, you have to bring that mania, that madness, in order to achieve that calm. That calm, fantastic. And I just want to say, here near the end of the oath, near the end of the hymn, excuse me, says she's a savior multiple times, and then it says, and remember, this word savior is far before Christians are calling anybody savior. What does she send on the entire earth? What does she send out, Raya? She sends out the Keres. She sends out what? What does this great goddess send us? The nurse of Bacchus. What does she send us? She sends us death. Death. You know what the Keres are? They're those sisters that pull the soul from the body as it's dying. They fly. They fly to you within a moment. Nobody's faster than these Kiris. right? Nobody's faster. They fly to you at the moment of your death, particularly violent death, right? We're not talking dude who falls asleep in his bed or, you know, we're talking about the person who loses it, who has their life taken. Yeah. This is what Raya gives us. Yeah. Welcome to the mystery. What did it say in Enoch that they were teaching them? I'm sorry. I just want to say this. Oh, they were teaching him drugs, epodes. Oh, Sophias, wisdom, words of wisdom, cleansings of these demons, astroscopia, looking at the stars and determining fate from stars. That's nice. Astrologia, right? The eighth one, what did they teach me? Oh, that eighth person. Here's a clue for anybody who's paying attention to the clues, fish. There's your eighth person, the eighth that is spoken of in the book of the Apocalypse. The eighth is there within the right. And what is that eighth doing? Yeah, they are teaching the aeroscopy, the observation of the things that take place in the air. Do you have that ability to see the signs? It says they taught them signs about the sun and the moon and drawing down the moon. And then the very last line, I don't mean to keep you, I'm sorry I'm keeping you so long, is they teach them, they hand down the mystery to their children. They hand down the mystery to their children. Yeah. And it's at this time, says your author, that these giants started eating human flesh. They were eaters of human flesh. And I know if you're Greek, an ancient Greek, it pains you to bring up the past that you don't like to talk about. But you know that you can drink a woman's abortion. You know that you can. And you know the power that it conveys because you're part of the Titan culture. You are those bow people. You are those strainers who find that tension and run around with your songs and your drugs. Yeah. Do you see these people? Get off the Nephilim. Get off the Nephilim. That's fairy tale world. This is a Greek text talking about good old-fashioned anthropology and history. Let's pull our heads out of it. That's what we're trying to do, is pull our heads out of this and see the world. It's fantastic to be able to work with you, and it's a real pleasure. I want to just play Raya one more time. I want to play Raya one more time, and then we'll call it out. And I want you to look for those giants and titans now. And they call her mate Prometheus. The great vulture who herself eats out his liver. We come to Cronus, the Promethean, and we say one more time, what is that golden age? Timeless completion. Thank you for coming tonight. Hail Satan.
For all eternity, my poor old mother won't know where I am. Can't bring no flowers to me on Sunday.